What up, Fit Fam? I'm going to run you through a ab and core routine called 8-minute abs. I'm going to run you through exactly how it works, the standards, so to speak, that we want to meet, but then modifications in case you can't do the standards. That's okay. I have modifications that will meet you at the fitness level you're currently at. So and this is just a fun way really to not mix up, but just a fun and different way of doing an ab routine on a timer where you know you're going to be done in 8 minutes rather than the traditional 3 sets with certain rep assigned reps, right? So again, it's fun. It's a good little benchmark and I think you guys will like it. So as the name entails, it's 8 minutes long. It's broken down into 4 parts and each are 2 minutes and it's all on a timer. So as you guys know, I use the Flex timer. It's a free app. We've ran through that. I'll bring this close so you guys can see. There's a function on there that you're going to use called rounds. So I do rounds. We're doing 4 rounds of 2 minutes. Once you get the timer set, you're good to go. So I will go down. All right, I'm holding that to the screen so you guys can see. 4 rounds, 2 minutes. You're gonna hit start, and here we go. All right. Now, the first 2 minutes is what we would call an AMREPs of, here you go. You wanna keep your timer close so you can see it. Traditional sit-ups. You can anchor your feet if you need. Like I said, I'll run through modifications if you can't do a sit-up, no problem. But sit-ups are pretty simple, right? But I want you to treat them like a rolling of the spine, right? It does take abdominal flexion to be able to do this, but we want to roll and unroll the spine when we do it. I feel like a lot of people just kind of like keep everything stiff and they use a lot of like that, and that's not exactly wrong, but as these 2 minutes are going, we're doing as many reps as we can, but unless you're a freaking tank of a human, you're gonna take breaks, so that's understood. We want to keep the breaks at like 10, no more than 20 seconds, and each rep I'm rolling up and I'm rolling down, right? I prefer the arms crossed, is my preference. Elbows touching the thighs. Not a huge fan of the neck or putting your hands behind. I'm not opposed to it, but typically what happens here is like pulling on the neck and then you're overusing these front neck muscles, right? So pretty simple. The 2-minute timer's running and we're doing as many reps as we can. Now, if you cannot do regular sit-ups, no problem. You're gonna just interlace your hands, and I just call this a reach through crunch. It's just an upper abdominal crunch, right? We're gonna keep our neck neutral. We're gonna look at the ceiling. We're gonna find a spot and we're just gonna crunch, come down, right? Crunch, come down. If you need a break, take a break, right? That's the first 2 minutes. The next 2 minutes is what we would call as many rounds as possible. We call this AMRAP, I believe. And what you're doing there is, I think it's, we do our reverse crunches. We get 10 of these. And then you're gonna mix it with your Russian twists. All right? Now, let's talk about each. My standard is going, or my timer is going. Reverse crunches. If you have the core strength, the standard if is keeping your back flat, because we don't want this arching. If you're extending the legs and arches are happening, that is your core is just not strong enough to hold that mechanical lever. So all you would have to do is bend the knees, all right? So find that spot, because the good feedback is there daylight under here. All right, so how it goes, I do 10 reverse crunches. We just tap the ground with our heels, and then we come up, right? Now, again, at your level, maybe it's an extension, and maybe it's all the way in. That would be full standard, okay? But if not, we're just gonna bend the knees. We're just gonna treat it like this, okay? All there. We do 10, and then we come up and we do our Russian twist. The ideal Russian twist is going to be feet off the ground, back straight, hands here, and then our chest and our eyes follow hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have this counterbalance swing going on. Following, you don't even need weight to make this hurt, right? That would be standard. Once I fit my 20, I go back to those reverse crunches and I just do as many rounds as I can until the 2 minutes is up. But let's talk about we talked about how to modify the reverse crunch. Let's talk about the Russian twist. Not everybody can do this, right? It's hard. Okay, so we talked about that standard. If we need to modify a Russian twist, first put your feet on the ground. Just keep them there. And then we just want to gauge this lean back. Okay, we want to enough to where we don't want to make it too easy, but there's enough where there's that ab engagement. And it's pretty easy. Just keep your arms extended and then just imagine there's a string. My hands stay in the center, like there's with my chest, like a midline. And I follow that with my eyes, just like that. That's how I modify. So feet go down. There's going to be a little counterbalance rocking. 3, totally fine. 2, okay? 1, go. Perfect timing. Now we're on to the third phase, which is your crunches. So advanced people, double side crunch. We're just going to bang this out for 1 minute on the left, and we bang it out on 1 minute on the right, just like that. I think it's best to just switch at the minute mark. Now this is like a double leg side V up, okay? That would be standard. Arm out, assisting a little bit. Arms extend, and I just meet in the middle for the obliques right here. Now, not everybody can do this. You can switch to resting that bottom leg and do a single leg. You get plenty there. Big opening, big range of motion here. Now, if you don't want to do that, just do a side crunch, all right? Side crunch is going to be pretty easy. We're just going to meet, kind of post on my elbow here, and we're down. So the elbow meets the quad, boom. So there's kind of a lifting that goes on. I have some arm assist, really good contraction of that oblique, and I would just pay attention to the minute mark, and then we're just going to switch, and that actually went perfectly. So pick your level, so to speak. Ideally, these double leg side V-ups, right? We can't do the side V-ups, no problem. Single leg, and then also no problem. We'll do the side crunch. I put my hand behind my head. Arm stays here. There's a little bit of an arm assist. See how I come up onto my elbow, and then my elbow and my quads meet here in the middle, full extension, okay? And we just want to get that nice little contraction. Now the last phase of this is the plank, all right? So you went through all of that for the last 2 minutes to be this, right? How far can we do this without dropping? We know the standards of the plank. Elbows are right under the shoulders. We don't want to get too far out, okay? Can we hold this with as little drops as possible? That'll be a good marker for you. Can you do it for 2 minutes? If you need to modify this, just drop your knees. With the knee drop, you do walk the elbows out in front of the shoulders. That would be how you, and this is plenty. I feel this a lot, all right? So no problem if you can't lift your knees off the ground in a plank. This kind of founder's plank, I think it's from yoga. Pretty hard. I mean, I'm feeling it right now, guys. And can we hold for 2 minutes? And then at the end of that, you're done with the 8-minute abs. So enjoy it, guys.